How to fight depression. According to Reddit, number 17. So, I'm not super depressed anymore, but one constant for me was something ingrained into my psyche as a child that I can never allow myself to fail. And this is my grades. Even if I felt horrible and wanted to die, I still had to finish these homework assignments so that I didn't get a 0. Although that goes out the window if I'm contemplating executing a plan. It wouldn't stop me if I was determined and on a bridge. But it did give me something stable to feel some solace in. My advice is, if anyone has those things ingrained into them that they have to do, try to do those things. It's not much, but at least it's a semi-reliable distraction. Well, I guess you get what's on the box, unfortunately. These are not going to be one-size-fits-all solutions. These are going to be what works for specific people. If you want my suggestion, it's definitely humor. You're going to want to take the edge off by finding something, and hey, if someone is better, find something or someone to laugh at. Life itself is a joke. It's just the punchline is different for everybody. What you should do is make sure you don't get caught or laughing at the wrong time or at the wrong thing, or at least have a fake thing that you were laughing at the ready. You can always use the old, "Oh, I just thought of something funny," you know what I mean? When in reality, it's more like their face. Motherfucker. Hello to everybody in the stream chat. Here's hoping you're doing well in your fight against depression. Homeless Forster says this one's going to be good. Sasuke says Jack Daniels. Got him. Hello to Spider, Candor, Otaku, Linda, and Platypus. Platypus seems to be, at the moment, out of this world. Do you see what I did there? As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 16 on it. For me, it's thinking about how much inconvenience my death would cause. My dad would have to take over my student loans, my roommates would get stuck with a random roommate, and people would have to cover for me at work, and my cat already has separation anxiety. Well, it's unfortunate to think of how thin some of the tethers to, life some people have, or some people's tethers are, how thin they are. It is unfortunate, but for some people the trick seems heavily to be just to make it through the one day. And you hear people use phrases like, "Oh, just take things a step at a time." Some people don't have an option to do things any other way, because if they were to try to process or just carry the full weight of all of the things that are going on, that they're having to think about and deal with, it would be too much. And that's what these thoughts for some people are. It's an escape, because they can't take any more. They can't deal with any pressures or outer, oh boy. And it takes a toll, depending on who you are. So if you can't find an outlet that works, and if you can't block it out as best you can, tricky stuff. Number 15, small things for this person. Is there a movie that you like to watch? Keep going until you see it. The last season of a show is on your watch list? Keep going until you finish it. Okay, I see. So it's like, things that you anticipate. What if you anticipated Marvel's Avengers? Can you imagine if somebody was like, okay, stop. Is there an activity or an event or release or anything? Continue to it. The small things in life is what matters. And I know it's hard, that's what she said, and I know life sucks. But keep up and keep on. Keep it in and keep it out. I'm sorry. Keep on the next day. Keep on the next day. That's what it says. Then the next. It will get better, I swear. Well, sometimes it only gets better by virtue of some days being so bad that, oh my God, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to compare to that one day. Jesus Christ, this day was so shit. Oh my God, if this was like the Guinness Book of Shit days, I would have to take home the gold for this day because it's so bad. The day so bad, you have to wonder. You have to wonder if a day this bad has ever happened to somebody before. So yeah, all the other days, come on, man, the bar's too high. Y'all would need anti-gravity boots to get over a bar that high. Just saying. So yeah, man, a day at a time. Yeah, just try to make it to the next day. Forgive me if these seem normie, but unfortunately these are what's working out for other people, and I have to admit, different strokes, different folks. The truth of the matter is, some of us may have a very simple thing that works for us, and it'll vary in complexity from person to person. What would you say gets you through your days? You don't have to be depressed, technically. You just have to believe that, what thing that you have can get you through. I like to think a lot of people must be abusing the drink. We had a joke entry up here from Sasuke, but let's be real, man. Some people dealing with kids they don't want to be raising, wife that they don't even, have attraction to, or maybe they're not attracted to them. You know what I mean? Some of us got to deal with Twitch trying to put an X into the word women. I just don't know. On a daily basis, I can't fucking deal with this shit every day. It makes you feel like your parents. Every day you wake up and somebody's on a new tier of bullshit, and it's like, it's genius in a way. The bullshit is so genius that you think, I could have sat up for 1,000,000 years and thought of a way to just be stupid and never concocted so profoundly damaging. just a mentality, a belief. I would never have been able to concoct something so stupid, so effortlessly, like, it instantly takes us back as a society, as a species. Humanity, it takes a couple steps back, as if in awe. What have you done? Some people invent, some people innovate, some people make strides in the way of progress, and you have done the you've done the opposite of this. My fingers tremble just trying to type this. What the fuck is that? If that's a future, boy, all of the entries and all of the lists like this couldn't stop me, baby. Bow! I said it. But this list is about finding a way. Stop it, Candor, please. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said anything. Why can't I stop myself sometimes? You have to wonder. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 14. People who have never been on the... Listen, I need another track, and I think it's called Organic Meditation. Give me 1 second. Organic Meditations. 3. That's the track I'd rather be listening to. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Oh, jeez, guys, give me 1 second. I think this microphone is too low. Oh, God. I'm gonna scoot in closer to this and start playing this track, okay? Is everything as loud as it should be? Number 14. People who have never been on that dark and lonely, depressing, self-loathing edge. This sentence really keeps going. Which teenager wrote this entry? People who have never been on that dark and lonely, depressing, self-loathing edge of emptiness with my chain wallet will never really know what it's like, no matter how many documentaries, YouTube videos, or Netflix adaptations they watch. I like that there's not even books in here. You're just betraying your age, you fucking kid. You Roblox playing piece of crap.
They don't know what it's like when my mom won't give me a credit card so I can get their V-Bucks.
Look. Humor is part of, it's how you gotta get through. So, they say I'd never say that or I'd never do that. If that's true, then it sounds like you have a pretty decent life, and I'm glad for you. I want to say it's selfless to not commit it. Imagine you hurt so much inside and you're so tired of fighting that you want it all to end. But you can't bear the idea of your death causing someone else to hurt too. You continue to suffer so that you don't have to. You don't have to. That's what it says. So they never have to feel the way that you feel. The last thing I want is my permanent release from mental illness to trigger the onset of someone else's. How selfless. When I deal with pain, I try to make it, my main effort to separate someone from the likelihood of experiencing this. And in doing so, I created Seraphim Bear. Behold, the curse that I have unleashed upon these wicked lands. Accursed, decrepit. Sorry. I don't know why the time is being shown. Can I toggle that off? Toggle timestamps, cool. Seraphim Bear says, I went to the mall with my family yesterday for the first time in almost a year. It made a day much better. The mall must have been terrified. You probably walked in and that mall was like, wait a minute, I exist? I thought it was a dream. I thought it was all a dream. Forgive me for presuming things of this person's, I just find it interesting that there's no books here. Surely somebody would read a book, Well, if you're living in a world where only documentaries, YouTube videos, and Netflix adaptations exist to you, then you are a child, bitch. Have you heard of a book, my nigga? Have you heard of a book? One book, dear.
What is that? On Netflix? It's on YouTube? I understand.
Hello, PB&J. Here's hoping that you're having a wonderful day or night. Thank you for joining me for a very serious and adult list where we explore not specifically what may work for everybody, but what seems to be working on an individual basis as it pertains to how to fight depression. And on this list, we arrive at number 13. If bad thoughts come to my mind, usually before I go to sleep, I do simple math. Boy, if you hate math as much as I do, you'd just be pushing me closer to the edge. Tried to give you warning, but everyone ignores me. Stop quoting Linkin Park, you old man. Calculating a person's salary, rate of interest of a certain bank, etc. Why would you want to calculate somebody else's salary? That wouldn't piss you off? What if they make way more than you? Way more than you. Calculating that salary wouldn't upset you more? Some people are halfway there, and they're only living on a prayer. And there'll be nobody there to take their hand, and they won't make it, I swear. Calculating people's salaries. Y'all got it all backwards, man. Living on a prayer. Seraphim Bear says, my favorite book in The Hungry Caterpillar What's your favorite, Kyle? I got normie answers for favorite books, but y'all don't want to know. Don't worry about it. I got real normie answers, man. It's not as normie as like a grown woman saying some shit like a Stephanie Meyer book, but it's pretty close, you know? It's pretty close. Says a lot about who I am, but you guys already know that I'm super into Star Trek, and I am unfortunately a big dweeb. Otaku says, bro, I'm so bad at math and I hate it so much. Yeah, some of us are so bad at math that it would just make us more angry, the idea that we're going to do math. But maybe the serenity with coming... Okay, this person obviously does math to, for some reason, I guess maybe take his mind off of something. If you're like me with math, if I forced myself to do it as maybe a means of taking my mind off of things, the serenity that would come with me going, bro, I don't have to do this shit. That would just grant me like this release of dopamine, like, oh yeah, fuck math. What is this, for like a class? I just don't need to do it. And that would probably feel real good. Feel real good. Damn. Real good. All right, so number 12. I will never forget the anti-suicide poem from BoJack Horseman. Oh, are you gonna... No. You'll never hear me say this often. So when you do hear me say it often, you know it's something that I really mean, okay? You remember this, Dia? You don't remember it? Let me tell you all something that really resonated with me. It's a show called BoJack Horseman. What they're referring to is a poem that was delivered. And I can't really say much because I don't want to spoil it. I am not going to read it out of respect and in the hopes that people will experience it contextually. The poem in question is known as The View from Halfway Down, Dia. And even within the context of the show, it may not be delivered as wonderfully as... You can kind of almost not even be paying attention to the words. Maybe I should read it. You know what I mean?
Up to you.
I'll read it, but at the end of the day, I guess, unfortunately...
It's a spoiler.
Not only is it a spoiler, but I... respect the show and feel that any and everybody that has the ability to should sit their bitch ass down and watch BoJack Horseman. If they haven't, it's the greatest show that if you haven't seen it, that you've never watched. It is not only poignant, but it has a genuine and firm understanding of the types of people and the archetypes it handles, and some of the shit that it hits on. It really understands. Whatever, man. I guess I'm reading this. Should I? Okay. The weak breeze whispers nothing. The water screams sublime. His feet shift, teeter-totter. Deep breaths stand back. It's time. Toes untouched the overpass. Soon he's waterbound. Eyes locked shut, but peek to see the view from halfway down. A little wind, a summer sun, a river rich and regal, a flood of fond endorphins bring a calm that knows no equal. You're flying now. You see things much more clear than from the ground. It's all okay. It would be were you not now halfway down. Thrash to break from gravity. What now could slow the drop? I'd give for toes to touch the safety back at the top. But this is it. The deed is done. Silence drowns the sound. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. I really should have thought about the view from halfway down. I wish I could have known about the view from halfway down. Meh. That's a wild episode, dear. You remember it?
Yeah.
You know, that episode also, mute the mic. Fucking crazy. If you're depressed, go watch BoJack, bitch. If you haven't seen that before, oh my gosh. Go watch BoJack and then think about how many other gems must be out there just like this that you have yet to experience. And with that kind of beauty and just, oh, it's out there. You just have to find it. It's important. It's important for you to seek it out. Candor says the first episode of BoJack reminded me of Family Guy. The first episode of BoJack and the first few episodes of BoJack do not betray the true nature of the show. BoJack, you may not know, here's a bit of stupid ass trivia, was responsible for Netflix changing its rating system and requiring everybody to watch a season of the show before they can make certain ratings or some bullshit like that. Because unfortunately, I guess it's a slow burn initially. There's a lot of setup necessary in BoJack, a lot of you needing to get the characters, and it only makes it better, baby. Oh, damn. Man, y'all getting me, y'all, this whole thing is making me want to just watch BoJack again. Why y'all doing this to me? Drag Race, that's a weird thing to read at the end of the entry. So as we go to number 11 now, this one says, when I was on top of the bridge and I thought about me 3 best friends and my drama class. Me 3 best friends and me drama class. Well, if you think of it, maybe they were pirates in drama class, do ya? No? Yeah, when I was on top of the bridge. Like, oh, maybe he's on a boat. It's a different kind of bridge. Come on, that's good. Dia, the bridge of a ship. And I thought about me 3 best friends. You wouldn't download a car, he says to me. And I said, I have a 3D printer the size of a garage. What else am I going to do? It's a pretty bad pirate impression. You're enjoying it. Somebody who's depressed, that instead of putting a smile on their face made them even more depressed. And you're welcome. If I can make you feel this much worse, anyone can make you feel better. This is the gift I give to you. Also, the fact that I could be in an amazing film and maybe get onto Drag Race. Okay. Bruh. What?
Look, it's the thing that stopped them from doing anything.
Is he for real? Okay.
This is the thing that keeps them stable.
I'm glad it was there for
It
you.
has nothing to do with you.
Not everything needs to be about me.
Yep. So release it.
It is released.
Hopefully we don't hear about this later on in the list.
Do not ask what Beastars is. Let's leave it alone, guys.
Now that's something that definitely can't be brought up.
This may or may not be complex trolling, and Kyle is not in the mood. I haven't looked into any of this Elden Ring stuff, so if anybody wants to slide into my DMs and hit me with like the YouTube links or whatever, do that for me, please. Get onto the Discord or Snapchat me the links, because Dia and I tried looking for it, but I guess we didn't care enough. And all we found were memes, okay? All we found were memes. We found a video of a dancing jelly bean. It wasn't a jelly bean, it was like a bean, just like a normal bean. And we ended up looking up the whole movie. I kind of wanted to see, shout out to Anil. I kind of wanted to see, all right, check it out. Elden Ring This is what I looked up earlier. And okay, maybe trailer. No, this is the official one. I guess it's gone now. The one that we looked up earlier, Dia, it had a bean dancing. You remember? And then I looked up dancing bean. Thought it was a potato at first, so I typed dancing potato, but it was actually a bean. And then it was just these bullshit dancing beans. And then at some point, the dude gets a call and is like, hey, turn that music down. I'm trying to sleep, homie. And the dude's just rude for no reason. He's like, look.
Can you turn down the music? What? Can you turn down the music?
Yeah, he's just like, turn down the music. And then you know what he does? He take his hand and then he push it up. The what?
How's that?
What?
How's that? That much better?
Wow. That's just disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, it drifted into another video, which is apparently a full movie, a full hour-and-a-half movie with these damn beans. Oh, God. Oh, y'all want to talk about stuff? Y'all want to talk about Elden Ring? Dia and I looked up a trailer. We found some shit post. It led us to... the shit post had audio dubbed over some dancing beans. And I thought to myself, okay, I really want to hear the original audio for the dancing beans to see if it was really funny. It wasn't funny. It was kind of whack. It was clearly like some royalty-free music playing in the background. Nothing wrong with that, right? But, you know, I wanted to see a good meme. But I was also perplexed at the production quality. Not that it was like explosive, but it was good enough to where it perhaps could have been on a DVD. But it was also fully available on YouTube in 4K. What's really going on? This is called Killer Bean. Okay, Killer Bean Forever. Is this a sequel, Dia?
They're making a second one, apparently.
I've never heard of it, obviously. And I don't have kids, guys, so I just don't know. Can you imagine somebody coming in here going, okay, I'm ready to fight it? And it's like, anyway, these beans. Bean there, done that, Dia. I'm sorry.
You're making my face itch.
Sometimes I want to hug your face and then explode out of your chest. Or explode onto your chest. Hi-yo! Number 10.
Where's your bazinga button?
I wouldn't have something as childish as a bazinga button. I'm a man.
Bazinga!
Okay, number 10. It's gonna sound lame. But video games, what's wrong with that? Video games are a fantastic outlet. Why do people regard video games as anything lesser than the dumb movies and TV shows and sports and alcohol or weird vices that are probably destroying people's lives over a damn video game? If the video game hit nice, that's worthy of the price.
Can you get me Coke?
What did you just say?
Can you get me Coke? The drink. For fuck's sake, man.
Dia wants me to get her Coke? You know, are you asking me for Coke in the middle of the stream?
For the drink, not the drug. I'm not white.
I don't know what to say.
Or Al Pacino.
You know what? Dia's birthday is coming up, so I want everybody who is listening to this and to me doing a what am I calling this again? How to fight depression stream. I want you to think about a girl sitting next to you or near you on the bed and going, "Hey, can you get me a Coke?" in the middle of a stream, and then think about that, okay? Yeah, cure your depression right up. Dia, the stream is yours while I go, I guess, to get you this Coke. It's okay, guys. Her toe is bothering her. She would be living like a princess this close to her birthday either way, but...
No. I mean like a big Coke. Because I want to be able to mix Jack with it. Because we don't have any...
You mean not now?
No, not now, not now.
I was gonna go get you the Coke.
No,
Why don't you mix some Jack and Coke now?
Because they're small and I want to be able to enjoy those without alcohol. Those are cute. I want them to be innocent. I don't want them to be adult.
Boy, am I not. I was not understanding what you meant. Because I was getting ready to go get. Because all we have right now are the tiny bottles of Coke, which
and those are so cute.
Which
they're
I mean
so good.
for you to stream with, but.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll get some. Okay. All right. Kenneth L says, obviously that guy got exposed to all the good modern entertainment, so he indulged in the old stuff. Kyle, video games now have become more advanced in tech, production, and gameplay. More advanced than old school games like Pong and Pac-Man. Kenneth, I play video games all the time. Where are you? Where are you when these things happen? You know, all I do is play video games and then throw all of that on this channel. In fact, I've been bitching about this one game for like the better half of a year. And yes, I don't play it actively and haven't for months, but I did at one point. I subjected myself to the horror. You know, you want to cure depression, do something awful for a long time and then stop doing it. Number 10 says, it's gonna sound lame, but video games. I keep thinking that I won't be able to play any cool games if I die. And when it...
Coke is great.
I
said Coke is great because it helps with my, like, when my blood pressure drops, it boosts it back up.
I didn't know you had to deal with blood pressure drops.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It runs in the family.
All I know is I kind of vomited in my mouth a little bit thinking about Marvel's Avengers just now. I apologize.
Yeah, so did I.
So, to continue, what this thing does say is usually I would think of something along the line of, if I end myself, it would be a burden to the people that have to clean up the mess that I've made. I don't want to do that. This thin tether saddens. Oh shit. Sorry, I was like extending the microphone. This thin tether saddens me so much and it kind of breaks my heart. What do you guys do to fight it? Tell me. Are you okay? Are you just over the moon? Are you really happy? Even people who are lurking, I'm going to need you to weigh in the chat to let me know that you're okay. You're taking care of your hot bodies, because if you don't, we're going to have a problem. All right. Linda says Dio wants the Coke to remain cute and innocent. What are these stupid emojis? You guys just in love with each other in like the, oh my god, that's so precious way. Please. You're all just stuffed animal. You know, PB&J told me to make sure that you repopulated your wish list, and I forgot to tell you.
Repopulated my wish list with what?
With stuff you'd want. I mean, what do you think? What do you think should go on a wish list? You put a bunch of Coke on the wish list. See how that goes. I'm kidding. I'll get it. It'll be faster. Kenneth says, Kyle, I was talking about the guy who made that post, not you. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I've got true problems. True Silverwolf says, just feeling tired from work in the rain today. I gotta continue my drawing though. It will be your life's work, True Silver. I hope that you're as proud of it as I am of you. Otaku says, I wasn't okay for a very long time, but now I'm taking antidepressants and I'm surviving better. It's a shame. I hope that some people consider antidepressants, because would you imagine, would you believe that many people, it doesn't even occur to. They've been dealing with the struggle. They've been dealing with being down, and they haven't even, thought about, hey man, let me get some damn gummies, sort this shit out, regulate myself. You know what I'm talking about? Put on some music, put on some Tame Impala. Oh my God. You know what I need to figure out from some people is what they listen to, when they're feeling good, when they're feeling all right, Can't just be reggae all the time. That'd be crazy. Crazy, right? Number 9. I don't know. suicidal thoughts are as frequent and calm for me as when you think about what you're going to eat tomorrow. The sole idea of giving up calms me. Well, something about knowing that some things are an option for some people are calming. Do you get what I'm saying? It's when people feel like they don't have options or don't have choices, or that their choices are made for them, that they feel imprisoned or, stuck. And feeling stuck is distressing in its own way. So some people, they just need to know that unfortunately they have an escape route. It's no different from you being in a building and making sure that you know which way you need to go if shit hits the fan. Ezra says, listening to your videos when I'm at work helps keep me grounded, and it really does make it all go by faster. And smoking weed. Man, Ezra, you sound alright, man. What, Dia?
I find it cute.
What? What's cute?
The fact that they find you so much more, I don't know, better than like a drug.
Shouldn't Linda be like having body problems, having listened to me too long? Because it is my belief that people will become like better people, like more curvy and more buxom, the longer that they listen to me. And Linda's been here a long time. Maybe she's tried her best to tune me out so that she doesn't get like out of control. But, it's my power, Dia. Did you know?
Yep.
What do you mean you knew? Wait. You can't flip it on me. She flipped it on me. Silver and Gray says the yin and the yang is within this one. That's dope. Joseph says definitely video games. I feel bad for depressed people who don't have or play video games. Video games wouldn't work for everybody, Joseph, but we should feel bad for those people who don't have an equivalent for video or an equivalent to video games in their lives, because for many of us, it is the ultimate escape. Some people can read just a book. Some people can watch just a movie or a show. But for those of us who are playing games, it is everything and more combined. It is not just a test of the mind and in a way where it's keeping it elastic and testing our reflexes and eye-hand coordination. It's keeping us perhaps younger than many people could ever be, because we're testing portions of ourselves. We're experiencing, not just reading about or seeing these things. We're a part of these stories. And even if these stories are crafted in a way where everybody should experience them roughly the same way, it was something that we were involved in and played through as opposed to spectated. You got your games that are like walking simulators though. And it's just great. It's just great. Creating our own stories and our multiplayer worlds. Linda says, Kyle, I am jealous of you. You're so wonderful. Yes, Dia is cute and cuddly, but she compares not to you, my lord. And I just want to hug Kyle and Dia too, and squeeze her and call her George? I don't have to understand it.
Nope.
Why would she? She's just trying to break me. One day I'll have the weed. I'm seeing all of this. What were you telling me about this dude, Seth Rogen, starting up some kind of weed thing?
Yep.
And then we were hearing about Belushi, who's been growing weed for a while too.
And the reasoning behind his thing is very sad.
Yeah. He felt that if his brother was smoking that good shit,
if he had been addicted to
then he'd still be with us.
Yeah. Very sad.
Hey, there was somebody. What site? Oh man, if I can find it, let me find it, Lord. Let me find it. CANI. Can 300 pounds. Yes, cool. The site remembers. I saw earlier 3,000 grams of pure cannabis oil. Can you get all of this out of my way, my man? Just help me out this one time. stupid bullshit in my way. Should have known better than to even show me that. At any rate, let me pull this up in another window. Great, it's the mini portion, not the big one. Okay. Hopefully that's not the thumbnail. This is 3,000 grams of pure cannabis oil. And of course, nothing but Dragon Ball Z references in the, bless you, in the comment section. And no lie, I mean, if you could assemble, you wouldn't even need 7 of these motherfuckers, you know what I mean, to summon a real dragon. Holy shit, dragon. Rock the dragon. Dragon Ball Z, wait a minute. I'm going to Namek, y'all. Yo, I'm going to Namek. Fuck it, I'm gonna go see King Kai first. Oh, King Kyle. Oh, damn. How did I get up here? Oh my god. Seraphim Bear says, but Kyle, I've been listening to you for almost 2 years and I'm still not thick. Are you sure? I have to believe that there might be different iterations of the thickness. What if your version of the Kyle thickness is inside you? You may have become the national treasure. Kenneth says, Kyle, yeah, exactly. A lot of gamers are better and memorable. No, a lot of games are better and more memorable than movies nowadays. Silver and Gray says, in the UK, we could get you paperwork and make it official. You are a lord. Pretty cool. Alfonso says, Kyle, your power is courage. Step into the spotlight or comment from the stands is essentially life. That is a very interesting perspective. But it's true as hell. Nobody can refute it. Seraphim, but I want to be thick in my lower half, Bradley. Wait, you're thick in the top part, but not in the bottom? You got like the spaghetti thing going on? Like the chicken thing going on? I believe in you. You may need to, I don't know. How do you distribute that? Exercises? Malachi says, Kyle, I forgot about the Suicide Squad game that's coming out next year. Oh my lord, it looks top tier to say the least. I am not interested in no Suicide Squad game. That Gotham game looks like it could have something going on, but boy, y'all need to look up some videos on Outriders if you don't know what's going on yet. There is a terrifying 13-minute video that deals with the end game for Outriders, and it goes into its expeditions. If that is half of what they claim that it is, and again, you've had these people that have been playing builds of the game that will tell you all about it. Let's not get into video games. I'm glad that we can fight depression our own way by just throwing ourselves into another world, but not everybody's gonna be able to have it work that way. Number 8. I don't really think there's much. For me, it's honestly more just a matter of time. It feels like it's just something I haven't gotten around to yet, but I will eventually. How to get people messaging you on Reddit 101, huh? I'm kidding. Take it from a guy that's had a lot of women throw suicide in their face as a way to get them to do what they want to do. Because they're manipulation queens.
You better do this. If you don't do this, you're just making me, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna, like, it's all about, how can you ignore how I feel? You're so, you better do it. Look at my titties, you better do it. Look at my titties, you better do it.
Look at my titties, you better do it, Kyle wrote into his autobiography. But for once I had to summon the strength and the courage to say no. To say no to the titties. No. And with a staff in hand, my own staff, I decided I would not stroke, but instead I would grip it firm and say, "You shall not pass." Bilbo Baggins. All right. Teddy Oyama says, Kyle, have you watched any Azur Lane? Talk about titties for days. No, I can't say that I have. Wow. Sapphire says, Kyle, miss you, love you. Mouth watering just thinking about you. Wow, thank you, Sapphire. A video of you talking about us. Oh, man. Let me read it. A video of you talking about setting farts on fire showed up in my recommended today. It was a very engaging read. That doesn't sound like the kind of thing I'd read, surely. Oh my God. What's it all come to? What does it all come to? Maybe this whole channel's just meant to save you from the Depreskies. And if it has, you know where the links in the description are. No, I'm not trying to get you to donate, okay? But I am trying to get you to go to the wish list. I'm kidding. I need to put stuff on the wish list. I don't even know what to put on there anymore because PB&J came over here with his big pee-pee behind and just swung it all over the place like a helicopter. And I don't think there's anything even left, okay? If I could put tons of weed or gummies on the wish list, God, Amazon sucks. What's Amazon waiting for, Dia?
Who knows?
Why aren't you offering? Damn it, Amazon. Whatever. We're going to hook up a drone service. I said it before, I'll say it again. Number 7. This is what keeps me going. Sprite. It's delicious. Refreshing. I'm kidding. It says spite, so take the R out. Okay? And give it to the person who was a pirate thinking about me friends on the bridge. It's a callback to that earlier reference. Sorry. Spite. Fuck everyone who brought me to this point. I'm not going to let them win. Yeah, Mom and Dad, how dare you fuck me into existence, piece of shit. Hope. Hope is dangerous. Jeremy Renner in The Avengers goes, don't give me hope. I really do want things to get better. I really do want things to get better, even when they seem hopeless. Number 2, recommendations. Different things work for different people. My first advice would be to reach out to a menthol. Freudian slip. My first advice would be to reach out to a mental health professional ASAP. These people are trained to deal with depressed and suicidal people and can give you the proper tools to help you. I'm very sorry. I'm worse than like a giggling douche at a funeral. Sometimes I realize, unfortunately, I'm not supposed to, dear.
Yep.
And that bad. Me not supposed to, and that bad. Sometime me tummy hungry, me grumbly, and go brr me hungry for tum time. But me not supposed to do that, and so I do it. Do you get what I'm saying? Me not supposed to do it, and so I do it. That's my problem sometimes. But the truth of the matter is, we can all use the assistance of a mental health professional ASAP. Apparently, these people are trained to deal with depressed and suicidal people, and can give you the proper tools to help. Other than that, reaching out to a friend, a good friend, or a family member who understands depression, and talking to them when things get ugly can help. I don't know, man. I feel like some people must have some really understanding people in their family, because the truth of the matter is, you got 2 different types of family. The type of family that's going to make everything about them and make you feel like crap for opening your mouth to try to actually communicate. And the types of family that will be kind and try to seem like they're helping you to your face, but oh my God, as soon as you're out of earshot, they're going to be telling everybody, can you believe this loser?
Oh my God, it's too much for him. You remember when I was young? Oh my God, when I was young, though.
Alfonso says, Kyle, in my personal experiences, they would send photos of them just about to send me their eulogy. I became so unfazed, I honestly wanted to ask if I could just have my clothes back. It's pretty wild, man, but you know how it is. Some of these people really, they've got a doctorate in manipulation. And they know just how to tug some people's strings. Because it's better for them to bargain with you and try to get you to try to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do, as opposed to trying to threaten or blackmail you by inventing something and then going,
Oh, I got this against you, you better do what I say.
Number 6, no joke, I love gaming and I don't want to die before next desktop Half-Life. Dia, there's 3 gaming entries in this list. It's adorable. I'm glad people have things that they anticipate. And to be honest, Dia, what if that's exactly why? Because you want to know something that I realize in a lot of gamers, and I have to try my best to not embody this myself, is when a hype train for something comes, to jump on that. And then, like, when we're burned out, or it upsets us, or it crashes and burns, like all of these trains do derail, the next hype train, we're just like, oh yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only thing that's keeping us alive. That's not good. I'm not about that, but sometimes it could be easy to blur that line, which is tricky. Which is tricky as hell. I'm hoping that you're all doing well. Malachi Blackma says, both of those aspects are negative in terms of family. There's definitely other types. There are other types. I don't mean to just establish a blanket statement in the way of making it seem like there aren't other types of families that are genuinely good and kind and well-meaning and will endeavor the best they can to listen. There may even be better families that recognize and are honest with themselves enough to admit that they are not best equipped to help you, and maybe they'll basically say on the spot, hey, if you want me to go take you in to see if you need to get antidepressants, if you want me to find a therapist for you, I can do that. But, you know, there are unfortunately family members who, much like parents of old, who will say something like, oh, well, I don't believe in this, or no son or daughter of mine is going to have this affliction. You need to just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and just shake the dust off. We all have bad days and you need to just get over it. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Hello to Michelle, Kitty in a Box, Pussy in a Box. Alfonso Rodriguez just says, Kyle, wow. You know, there's like poetry. There's poetry in what he said here. I appreciate this comment. If only I could give it an award. Let me try to give it. I'll give it this. Hello to Rusty Shackelford. I will join you in that Wolverine poggers. Big titties in our hearts and in our faces. Number 5. I'm only alive for my friends and family. This kind of reads like I'm only here so I don't get fined. I'm only alive for my friends and family. As I've said earlier in the list, it's sad when the tether is so thin. It's sad when people keep saying things like, oh, well, you know, the mess that I'd make, that I'd be worried about them inheriting this or cleaning this up. There's so many ways that you guys could get rid of stuff and, like, not leave a trace. But I would never mean to encourage anything. And just hope that people can find things that, unfortunately, I don't know, establish I feel like, unfortunately, people in their search, their quest for meaning, for purpose in their life isn't, you know, realistic. Sometimes we need to just accept that many of us are simply here by way of circumstance, and that we are meant to effectively just exist until such a time as we don't. If we decide to, you know, find a pretty titty lady and, you know, have some fun, squirt all over, squirt up inside, and then produce some offspring. If you decide as a woman that, you know, that's what you want to do, you want to bear somebody a child and then raise that kid and let the cycle continue, by all means. But at the same time, there are many people who recognize that they are not going to produce. And their quality of life is something that they, I want to say, come to terms with. And obviously with many people who are struggling, they're not even thinking about procreation. They may not even be thinking about, relationships or being with another person. Maybe if they were, it would take the edge off. It would make things easier for them. It would give them somebody to talk to. It would make them feel wanted or needed. But truth be told, man, just like people who get married a little bit too early, just like people who are, girlfriend and boyfriend and they move in and it's too soon, just like people who are together but unfortunately, they are incompatible or they want and seek different things. A person who doesn't have their shit together in a capacity mentally, it could be difficult for a person to, I don't want to use the word tolerate, but the way that I want to portray what I'm saying is to say, if you can't like yourself, you know what I mean? You almost shouldn't expect other people to. And yes, people are kind, people are wonderful, people can be there for people and help them when they're down and help them transition into a certain place. But the truth of the matter is some people dealing with their own shit, whether they betray that information to you or not. Some people are dealing with their own stuff in a capacity where it's tolerable for them. It's not something they necessarily need help with, but at the same time, it's just enough that if you were to try to pile your shit on top of theirs, it would be too much and they wouldn't be able to handle that. And it would manifest in terrible ways. There are a lot of people that are friends, they're in a platonic relationship. There are a lot of people in an intimate relationship right now where things only work because both of them bring zero drama to each other's existence. Do you get what I'm saying? And as rude as it is to say, as soon as a needle drops, as soon as a little bit of a problem occurs, that's the end of it. Because neither of them are prepared or equipped to deal with what comes next. And it's not even a fault of communication or their ability to process, drama or to kind of work things out. It's just both of them are balanced they're at their capacity is a better way to put it. They can hold no more than exactly what they're dealing with right now. So if you put a little bit more on top of that shit, it all comes crumbling down. And it's terrible, but this is why, unfortunately, I would say that the biggest solutions for certain people's depression are specialists who are trained to listen to prescribe, and to dictate what a person may need following, something in the way of an exam, and, medication for people who basically just need to have some of the edge taken off. Some people may be able to, just have some of that taken off with a little bit of medication until over time they can handle themselves without the use of medication. Other people going to be on these meds till the day that they die. It's crazy, but it's life. It's sad. But I think the beginning is recognizing that you need help. Because unfortunately, I would say that an overwhelming majority of people are aware that there is a problem, but are not willing to seek help. They're not willing to talk to people. They're not willing to see a therapist, even if it were free or they weren't limited financially. And they're not willing to seek out medication to try to overcome this. They just want it to go away on its own. And how could it? How could it, man? Would you expect to wake up and for it just to be gone? It's just madness. Number 4. I wish I knew the best answer for this. I just try to hope things will get better and tell myself to stick around because things could change and I could change too. I think of my friends too. You've heard me talk about the thin tether and how, oh man, it seems like that could just snap at any time and people would just sail off and that would suck. But sometimes, man, whatever it takes, bro, As fucked up as drinking is for some people, at least they're damaging themselves. As long as they don't jump behind the wheel of a car or go home and get in an argument with somebody and they slapping them around or whatever the fuck it is, as long as you're just doing something that unfortunately damages yourself, you're an adult, you're making a cognizant choice, and you boy, you're cognizant of what you're doing. You're a consenting adult. Nobody else is getting hurt. Take that edge off, whatever it takes. Get to the next day. It's definitely better than just ending it, boy. Because you'll never know the ripples of your actions here. And the reason it sucks so much is because I know so many big titty females that use this as a means to get attention, and not even attention from everybody, but just like some specific dick that they're chasing that's not interested in them. It's so funny. It's so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. And they're ruining it. They're ruining it worse than the women who would be, they would be liars when it comes to, the abuse and things like that, you know, where they're just gonna make these allegations against somebody because they're upset, because they mad, because they triggered over something. He did this to me. Come on. Seeing a lot of this in high school these days, where it's like, come on, man, y'all together in a consensual relationship, are you trying to destroy this kid's life before it even began? Y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. But whatever it takes sometimes. Alfonso says, Kyle, 2 types of family are ideal, spot on, coming from a perspective who recently reached the light at the end of the tunnel. None of the circumstances were my fault. It was my responsibility to understand that, essentially create my own culture, ideals, ethics I would have wanted for me and my generations to come. Sapphire says, I've had depression most of my life. I'm 25 now, and it takes a lot to keep yourself from plummeting. Something that helps me personally is listening to new songs, consuming and trying new things, etc. Boy, as a musician, let me tell you something. Without music, without music, many of us would have effed up in a way where either a cop would have taken our life, you know what I mean? Or we'd be one of the sick people that we read about on these lists all the time. And have people just around the world going, what the hell happened to them? No music. Boy, oh boy. I remember when I was younger and I spent a lot of time close to my mom. Mom's the type of lady that demands silence, you know? So I got very acquainted with some headphones and some earphones. And bro, I could do whatever chore you need done, but it's happening with the music, because if not, somebody will die. You understand? It's not my fault. And unfortunately, by the time I reach prison, it'll probably be the best night's sleep I ever had, I'll tell you what. Because why would you even think that doing it without the music was an option? Come on. Come on, boy. Because without the music, the chore that it is just... It's unlubed, if you'll excuse the vernacular, boy. We need a little bit of the lube sometimes. Come on now. Holy no music, bro. Find me the knife, dear. Oh, the blood can be my music. I'm digging that melody. Whoa. I'm sorry. Bradley says, having a regularly scheduled distraction can help. Kyle's videos can be that for me. At times, if not for music, my life would be lacking more than I can imagine. Man. One day I'm going to fine tune all the lists that I make into one pitch that just makes everyone take their tops off. It'll be one pitch, It's kind of like the opposite of the brown note. I have laid out my goal. It's like a New Year's resolution, except it's not New Year's. And now you all know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Silver and Gray says, I try to follow Marcus Aurelius meditation. Oh, you all right? You're like hiccuping in the middle of you speaking. I try to follow Marcus Aurelius meditations. I think looking up to someone who accomplished the impossible is a great way to get into depression. Oh, a great way to not get into depression, of course. Forgive me. Bad boys, what you want, what you gonna... Sorry. Number 4. I wish I knew the best answer for this. It's a personal thing. There is no best answer, homie. I just try to hope things will get better and tell myself to stick it out. Or stick around, because things could change. I could change too. And I think of my friends too. Wow. It's almost like I read this before. Number 3 on the list. Procrastination. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you take your left foot out. I said take your left foot out. Bitch, I will get to it. Don't tell me what to do, because I do things at my own pace. That's what it's all about. Something, something. Jazz hands.
Everything is enhanced with jazz hands.
Telling me to put my left foot in and out. Who the fuck? Like, I'm supposed to be y'all be all, yes, Melsa, hi. Shit. Song telling me what to do. Only song telling me what to do is the cha-cha slide and maybe the electric slide. You can feel it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. And you know it's there. You know, a lot of people don't know the electric slide anymore. That's how you know you're getting old, son. Pokemon 25 years old? That doesn't make sense, does it? It'll make sense in time. When the blood runs... I'm kidding. The blood melody. What am I talking about? Sapphire says, for real, I've had horribly shitty day and I'm grateful I caught Kyle's stream. Ain't it a bitch when your dreams tell you that a friend of yours is on some fuckery? You had a dream that a friend wasn't lining up right? Well, as long as your dream reminds you that Kyle is faithful and loving and always there, and is ready for you at any time like a Santa to grant your wishes, grant your dreams, bring you the gifts that you seek in your ear, in the night, in the shower. Wrap it up tight. Don't have any of these kids before you want to. That's the advice you're getting from Kyle. Get a prenup, you know? Just because y'all happy together right now doesn't mean that that's gonna last. Doesn't mean that she won't lie. Doesn't mean that he won't lie. Things will get real different when the time comes. Prepare. Record. If you need to. Keep your batteries charged. Jeez, man. If at first you don't succeed, record again. Just be vigilant. And if it sounds like things are getting crazy, just press the record button. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't let people say the wrong thing too many times, you know? If somebody says something and it's just like, what did you just say? Wait a minute. This is going to be one of those things where you look back and go, why didn't I just get the fuck out of there? Number 2, my cat. Aww. I couldn't imagine leaving and letting him think that I abandoned him. Aww. Kyle Claus. Bradley says, y'all don't know about that boot scoot boogie. Seems like a dance that Hank Hill would do, bro, from the sounds of it. I get down on Hank Hill, I tell you what. I'll tell you what. That boy is right. Sapphire says, I wonder if there is a price on whether or not we'd get a Kyle Cha-Cha. Oh no. 3D Designer says, Kyle, I used to be all about the hokey pokey, but then I turned myself around. Linda says, that reminds me, I had a dream that Dia was Brain and Kyle was Pinky, And they actually almost succeeded, but then I woke up. You know why we almost succeeded was because Pinky... Should I ruin it? Should I ruin it, Dia?
For who?
For who? For anybody who remembers who Pinky in the Brain is. Pinky was the smart one. Y'all don't remember the episode where they went with Pinky's plan? Look that shit up.
There are like a couple of episodes where they very much show that Brain is just fucking crazy.
And it's all in the intro. It's Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius. The other's insane. It was right in your face the whole time, bro. You thought wrong, son. You damn right I'm Pinky. Narf, or whatever the fuck he says. Are you kidding me? I ain't about that life. We need to keep our heads down, son. You don't want to be the one who knows too much, dude. You want to know what Kyle ends up? Oh man, we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. You know what you don't want to be? The guy that seems to have their shit together in a capacity, or the one who knows or has a feel of the situation or an understanding of what's going on enough to where you should be put in charge. Don't be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Okay? And you want to know the perfect training to avoid being that guy is? It's if like you have a bunch of people that are not technologically savvy, but you are. Shit, you gonna need to practice how to seem like you just don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you doing? What? Computers. What is this? Is this the CPU? And then you point at the monitor. Yeah, just get the hell out of there. You see what I'm talking about? Scene says, I appreciate the content, Kyle. It's top tier. I appreciate you taking the time to say that. That's top tier of you, my friend. That's top tier of you. Dia, what are we gonna do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Kyle. Try and take over the stream. Oh my god. Dia doesn't do that.
Now get me a Coke. The drink. I didn't know you were streaming, so now I'm correcting it to the drink. Get me that white stuff.
Booting dooting dooting dooting. Booting dooting dooting dooting. Oh, sorry. White lines, Dia. White lines. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the very end of this list. It is not a laughing matter. We gotta fight depression. For me, that's humor. For you, that's Kyle. The girthiness, the throbbiness. Even just the name makes Dia almost explode in her face. You know? And you guys are probably exploding in your pants just at the thought. It's okay. Is it getting hot in here? You might want to take off all your clothes. You are getting so hot. You're going to take your clothes off. Let it just fall out. A little bit of her, and a sprinkle of the let it just fall out. Does Mystical sing that song, Dia? It's Getting Hot in Here song. It's Nelly. I think Mystical sings Danger. You should have known that. I would never have known. I would never have known it was Nelly who sings Hot in Here.
Getting so hot.
What is it with these people in the building?
I feel like my ear is starting to hurt me, and that's not good. I may need to take this headphone off. It's fucking me up. It's my own voice fucking me up. Sorry, I always like looking up T-Pain's Bartender. Just makes me happy. Oh, you know what I mean. She made us drinks to drink. We drunk 'em, got drunk, and now I know she thinks I'm cool. She gave me a wink, I winked back, and then I think that We gon' have fun at my spot tonight. I like the bartender. Ooh, if you're looking for me, I'm at the bar with her. Okay. At the bartender.
Bitch, all your building did nothing for you.
Damn, Dia's killing people in Fortnite and said all our base are belong to us. Would you shut up and end the list? Fucking guy, bean videos, beans dancing, talking about, hey, turn that music down. And they said, turn the music down. Fuck that. Wait a minute.
Nothing is more satisfying than dancing savage while a xenomorph.
I bought Dia a xenomorph skin and I don't even know why. I only want sweet booty, tight titted Fortnite girl skins for my Dia. And she's like, buy me the alien. So now she's doing TikTok dances as the xenomorph. As Geiger's xenomorph with the penis head.
Again, nothing is more satisfying.
Let's look up if we can find the xenomorph doing savage. Xenomorph. Savage. Dance. Let's get this dancing bean shit off. Cool. There we go. It's in there. Give me a second now. We just need to find savage. No. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Try again. Is Savage even in here? Gangnam Stare. Lasts forever. Oh, there it go. Alright, hold up. Just for Dia. This is what she's doing. Hey. What's up? It doesn't even look that great, Dia. Bougie. Ratchet. Hey. It looks fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Why do you do this?
Because it makes me happy.
Why did I get you this?
Because it makes me happy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess when it's all about being happy, it's on brand.
Depression.
That's where I was going with that,
So slow.
I'm slow, okay? Number one, I realize there's a difference between wanting to end it and just wanting to not be alive. The hassle of committing, bing bong aside, kind of kills it as an option to deal with depression. It's like I'm too depressed to commit bing bong aside. Or to commit to committing bing bong aside. Also, I've recently had the serendipitous fortune of running across a series of images of suicide victims. Mostly self-gunshot victims. That shit is horrifically violent. I can't commit to making my wife find me that way. I've held a gun to my head, but it's just way too violent to have that mess be the last thing that I leave behind. There's so many other... Look, y'all are crazy. And you know what it seems? As rude as it is to say, and this is why I always want to shut my mouth, it seems that the only thing tethering people to life is the ignorance of the ways in which they can do it that wouldn't be a mess to clean up at all. And I guess we want to keep that away from them too, just to, man, I'm like reclining in the chair, just, you got one more entry, and then you'll be done, and then you'll be free. Stop. I've thought about jumping from bridges, but you read some of the stories about EMTs having to recover bodies, and I couldn't do that to a stranger either. A lot of my depression is exacerbated by feeling alienated by my peers and my family. It feels like no one sees you. I wrote a short story about it, about being invisible. The takeaway, though, was that just because you are invisible doesn't mean you're not there. You are a person, and that comes with a minimum amount of self-worth and self-respect, and that means practicing self-grace self-compassion. The same amount that you would give to any friend or any group you would consider a friend if you had one. You can be alone. You can be broken and not fit in. You can have no will to live, but that doesn't have to be the end of your story. It's like so many people aren't allowing themselves just to exist. And that's kind of cruel considering how so many people have way less than you have. Not as far as like physical things or money or anything like that, but they have what you might consider, unfortunately, as rude as it is to say, less to live for. They have less going for them. They have less in the way of what they may be capable of or be able to accomplish, but they just fart their way into every day and kind of just, without any expectations or any responsibilities, just like, heavy breathe until the next day. And you're like hypercritical of yourself. Listen, if you need, what do you want? Compliments? You want love? You just want a reminder that you're special? Message me if you're feeling that kind of alone, and you'll never have it. That's what these lists are too. They're here for you when you need them. They may not be the best, but they're better than nothing. That's not a great upsell, but it is what it is. I love you, and I will catch you guys soon. I hope that if you ever do struggle with depression, that you do remember that that there is an outlet for you, that there is a way to get around this, that you'll never be so crazy that you're adding an X to women, Not you. Not you, but maybe that future's coming for us. Can you imagine? Maybe that future's coming for us. Linda, I'm burning up. I'm in pain. And I can barely even lean in at the mic. So that Linda remembers, I will double up and make it so that next time we play Darkest Dungeon, there will be 3 back-to-back dungeon runs, and Linda's coming on at least 2 of them since she wants to be stressed. You know what I'm talking about? That'll be fucking cool, Linda. Y'all better chill with all of this in the chat, boy. What I love is that instead of taking the time to address DMCA claims and people having their whole streams muted, ironically, you can't offend anybody if all your streams are muted. Which I'm referring to. Oh my god. It's all about not being offensive. So, guys, I love you. Squeeze yourself. Love yourself. I'm here for you. Discord is there for you. Linda's there for you. Linda will listen to your problems and lick ice cream cones. Apparently. I haven't seen that emoji before. Alright. I love you. Have a great night. Damn, PB&J. It's nice to see you. Stay amazing. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. I am so hot. Hot.